primetime game. That's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And deliver those winners at professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, we got with us Chris Ruffolo, Rod Zawacky. It's Wednesdays with Mitch. Big Eye McMordie, Wayne Scott, Joey Tron, and Matt Fargo here with us. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. Lead off with Ruffolo, Mitch, McMordie, Fargo, Scott, Tron, Zawacky. Then I will close this one out. All right, baseball on the board, 15 games up there. Single from the W, but let's get the show underway. Let's welcome in Chris Ruffolo. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also catch his videos here on the channel as well, individual pick videos here. And we'll bring him in right now to get the show underway here with baseball coverage. Chris, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. Just looking over the stuff for the 4th of July tomorrow, trying to brace myself for some daytime baseball action. How you doing?
Yeah, a lot of daytime baseball tomorrow, just 4 in the prime time. We get underway here with this interleague matchup between the Padres and Rangers. Rangers $1.38, total 9.
Yeah, I kind of went back and forth on this one, but I ended up settling on the over here because, to be frank, I don't trust either starting pitching option. John Gray, he's given up at least 8 runs in 2 of his last 3 starts, sporting a 10.93 ERA in those 3 outings. Now, the one good start that he had against the Kansas City Royals, the problem is the Kansas City Royals are kind of struggling during that stretch, and they ended up getting swept in that series against the Rangers. But the 2 starts where Gray got rocked, he gave up 8 runs and 9 runs against the Baltimore Orioles and Mets. 2 teams that have been hitting righties fairly well. And the Padres fit that mold. Top 5 in team OPS in the last 2 weeks against righties. So I think the Padres bounced back from being shut out on Tuesday. But I think that the Rangers, who found some offense in the last couple games, get to Adam Mazur, who already has 17 walks so far this season. I think they can get some base runners on and get there. And I think that you got 2 untrustworthy bullpens as well. I think this one's easily hitting double digits, like the over 9 Padres Rangers.
All right, Chris is going to go over 9 here. With the Padres and the Rangers. Yeah, you look at this Padres team, they hit right-handers, and one thing they do is they just get them out of Petco, and they seem to hit the ball very well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pitcher-friendly ballpark at Petco, and once you put them in different environments, well, the home runs tend to go up a little bit, the runs tend to go up a little bit, and I think that's just kind of what the Padres needed, who have sort of been hovering around 500, getting a couple games above and below here and there, but the Rangers need this series just as much as well. It's been a disappointing start to their World Series defense, but the pieces are there for the Rangers to succeed. I think it's just a matter of actually executing, and we'll have to see if they can do that tonight.
Yeah, see if they can execute. Of course, we know the Astros are starting to surge in that division. Mariners holding on here. Their bats have struggled, so Rangers trying to get back into it. Here, it will be Padres-Rangers over a total of 9 tonight, 8 Eastern Time. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. As we said, a baseball card tonight, single from the W. Chris enjoying a great baseball year. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I got my $19 pick-off play for Major League Baseball tonight, and I got that as part of my 5-pack for Major League Baseball action. Took the day off from the WNBA, but we're going to get back into it tomorrow. So definitely jump on a long-term pass, get the most bang for your buck at Pick Dogs Premium.
You got it from Chris. Get on board with Chris. Get the long-term pass. You see the great results here from baseball. Nearly 1,000 units of profit. A lot of baseball left. So better time now to get on board with Chris on a long-term pass. All right, Chris, as always, great having your show. Have continued success. We'll catch up with you next week. But of course, we can catch you up on the videos over on YouTube here with some individual game videos this time of the year.
Yeah, individual game videos, and you got all the other long-form videos as well. We started doing a WNBA video with myself and Jay Briggs, so make sure you check that out. And all the live content as well. Tons of stuff we're doing here at Pick Dogs, and I'm excited to keep producing it.
That's right, guys. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so when Chris drops these videos, and of course his videos with Jay, his video series, you get them right away. All right, Chris, have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Sounds good, Tony. Take care.
You as well. Chris Ruffolo here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show. Up next, we'll bring in Mitch. It's Wednesdays with Mitch. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, catch him on the morning shows here. As well, and we'll bring in Mitch just here in just a second. More baseball coverage here for the Wednesday card. I think we'll bring him in here in just a second. Mitch, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. Just getting ready for the loaded card. Normally on Wednesdays we've already have a lot of games already done at this point, but not this week with the 4th of July schedule tomorrow.
Yeah, 15 games tomorrow, and we got Pretty good matchup here tonight as we see the surging Rays. This Rays team is starting to, I always looked at them as a streaky team the last several seasons. They can easily go on a losing streak, easily go on a winning streak. But here they're facing the Royals, $1.04 both sides, total of 8.
Yeah, of course, the Tampa Bay Rays do this every single year, and every single year tons of people act surprised that, here come the Rays who lose a lot of winnable games early, win some, some other games, and, make some mistakes early in the season, and then as they get near the All-Star break, hover around 500, maybe get a little bit above 500, and then the second half of the season, you look up at the standings around mid-September, and the Rays usually right on top of the wild card race and not competing for the American League East. I don't know if they'll be able to make it to compete for the American League East this season, but they certainly will be contending and certainly will be beating up some teams. I think what you see from the Rays generally is that this is a team that traditionally does not beat themselves, and they make the fewest errors in baseball pretty much year after year. The Rays did make a lot of errors, especially running the bases earlier this season, but now we've seen them take those down, and as that's happened, well, they win winnable spots. It's not always pretty. It's not always a blowout like you see, with some of these other big bat teams. What they have always been is a next man up type team. No superstars on this team, just a bunch of guys who can play baseball and who they know the next man up, it's as good as their number 3 hitter, their 8 hitter, their 9 hitter, their 7 hitter, their 4 hitter. They're all pretty much the same, clone of one another, and they all pick each other up, and they never really seem to get too down on a loss. They never seem to get too high on a win. The Rays are 9-3 in their last 12 games and are hot. Michael Wacha's been decent here for the Brewers, but this Brewers team Royals, but this Royals team is in pure regression mode. We've talked about this bullpen earlier this season, how I believe that they do have the worst bullpen in all of baseball, and you're starting to see that now over the last 10 games as the Royals bullpen has really fallen apart. 4.65 ERA over the last 10 games. But the Royals bats have also just gone absolutely dead. 219 versus right-handed pitching and 208 versus left-handed pitching. While the Rays, 248 versus righties over their last 10 and 315 against lefties. The bullpen chipping in with a 3.79 ERA. Pepio gets the start here. Of course, they traded Glass now for Pepio to the Dodgers, and Pepio was the central figure that the Rays got back in that trade. They have to believe that he has a major high side, and while he does have a 5.40 ERA over his last 3 starts, this guy can bring it, and he strikes out as many as anybody out there. Look for the Rays and Pepio to continue to put it together. The Royals, the bats, I think, it's about what we expected to see from the Royals, a team that could compete for maybe the first half of the season. But, you wait till the end of July. The Royals are going to be an afterthought, while the Rays, they're going to be right in the thick of things. And I think games like this, just an afterthought. We'll take the Rays at this fairly cheap price.
Yeah, Rays here nearly at a pick 'em here, 104, 105 gear, line shopping, get the best number. Of course, Michael Wacha here on the mound. He's kind of been bounced around. Was with the Rays for a while. Rays tried to use him as an opener for a while. Didn't like that. Then he gets kind of just shuffled through teams.
Yeah, for Wacha, it's just, he's never really proved to be the guy that the Cardinals thought he would be when they first brought him up. There's been Cardinals guys that have come through their system, haven't developed the way the Cardinals have thought that they would, and then they get rid of them. Jack Flaherty is another example of a guy like that. He went to Baltimore for a year, and now in Detroit, he's actually pitched pretty well, and he's really racking up the strikeouts. So maybe what the Cardinals saw in him initially, maybe it's there. But with Michael Wacha, this is a guy that his career numbers don't line up with his numbers right here. So, the advanced Mitchalytics would certainly say he's due for a regression.
Yeah, and don't forget that on the injured list right now for the Rays, Drew Rasmussen and Shane McClanahan.
Yeah. What? I'd say again. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I was saying on the injured list right now, they've got some studs in the injured list right now Rasmussen and McClanahan.
There's a few teams that have a lot of guys on the injured list, and these are our teams to watch over the second half of the season. We're past the halfway point of the season, but there's still, a lot of big names that are set to be back in July, mostly for the Texas Rangers, who get Jacob deGrom, They get Young back as well as Evan Carter. So 3 big guns there, the Rookie of the Year, the Silver Slugger, and, probably the best pitcher in baseball, all going back to the Texas Rangers. San Francisco Giants, one of the highest priced rosters in baseball right now, missing most of that volume in price. A lot of those guys all will be back in the next couple weeks too. So these are the teams to watch. And the San Diego Padres, another team where some of these guys on the back end of the rotation, even Joe Musgrove, he'll be back soon. It'll shore up that roster. They've been playing without Tatis as well. So I think there's a few teams out there to watch over the second half. I think we generally see over the first half of the season a lot of teams that are ambitious, have some spark, have some good young talent, and then they wear down with a lack of depth around the All-Star break. And, the second half of the season, kind of the big boys take over. To me, it's amazing that, the Nationals and the Pirates are kind of hanging in there with those guys. And I think if those guys want to stay in it, they're going to have to make a move. And it's kind of against everything that they ever do, is go out and get the big name players. It's more the opposite where they're trading the big name players. But I think the Nationals and the Pirates are two teams that, the Nationals going 2-8 in their last 10, maybe falling off a little bit. But the Pirates, you head into a postseason series. You got Skeens, you got Jones, you got Keller. You got a pretty good big 3 there. I think you have a solid chance with the bats that they have. Maybe make some noise like the Diamondbacks did last year.
The word here, they're a little more optimistic with Rasmussen coming back in mid to late August. Not so optimistic with McClanahan. That's a story there on the Rays side. Of course,
But the Rays have been next man up. We saw it last year with them as well. I don't even remember the guy's name. He was Franco, right? Was their best player, right? And he got into all the trouble, right? And they don't even mention him anymore. He's kind of getting the Trevor Bauer treatment, maybe even worse than the Trevor Bauer treatment. And, you don't even hear his name anymore, but he was their best player. They lost him. It didn't matter. They won the division.
Right. No doubt about that. All right. Mitch, you're on the Rays here, minus 105 tonight. All right, Mitch, let me know what's going on over at PickDawg Sports Chat Place. Lots happening here in the creative time of the year.
Absolutely. It is the creative season, as Tony knows we like to call it. But we have our new website launch coming in about 2 weeks, from less than 2 weeks away, during the All-Star break. We'll have some new features there, and we'll be adding a lot of the new features as we go along. We have a lot of the things that you guys have asked for as well that we haven't had on the site. I know a lot of people have asked for betting splits, including tickets and dollars bet on games. I know other people charge for that information, but I actually paid up and went out to the leading provider of that information, not one of these also-rans that give you 2 little small offshore books. I'm talking about the people that provide the information for most of the major books have actually given us their information, and we'll be using it not for free. They didn't give it to me, but I'll pay for it, and we can all use it for free, which is pretty cool. And then we have a lot of other stuff as well coming. So I think you guys will really like it, and I think a lot of the premium stuff that comes down the pipe you'll like. Of course, we did finalize our deal. We are now 50-50 owners with Tony on Tony's Picks. Excited to grow that out and then give some of the younger, newer cappers a chance to develop and hone their skills, both in the handicapping side as well as on the content creation and YouTube space. And all of our PickDawg's cappers, we have a few people on our team that'll be helping out over there, and I'll probably ask a couple of the guys to help out as well if they want to. It's one of those things. It's kind of it's all fine and well, and I think for some of our PickDawg's cappers, it'll be a good chance for them to not have to take not have to compete with Jay Briggs and Romanelli on our YouTube channel every day.
Absolutely, guys. Looking forward to it. No doubt exciting here for the summer. Get ready for a big launch here for football as well. All right, Mitch. It's always great having you show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Absolutely, and I'm happy to be your partner for real on
Absolutely.
The internet.
That's great. Looking forward to that as well. With Mitch here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue here on the show, guys. We'll get the chat pick of the day up here for you right now. Astros, Blue Jays again. We'll try it again. Let's get it right here. Astros minus 108A. Blue Jays is B. Over C, under D. It's chat pick of the day. Keep these picks coming in here, and we will tally them throughout the show. And, of course, we will update you and give you the winner. I hope we can bounce back after yesterday. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. Up next, we got Big Al McMordie. You can catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring in Big Al right now. Ready to roll here with more Major League Baseball coverage here as we go out to the West Coast. Big Al, what's happening?
Not much. How are you today, Tom?
I'm doing great, All right, here we go out to the West Coast tonight. We're going to be looking at this Mariners and Baltimore game when we get to it here in just a second. I might be going the other way here. So, well, it was the Baltimore getting the win in the opener, but tonight we're looking here at Orioles Dogs here. Mariners $1.34, total of 7.
Yeah, I mean, mainly an underdog because of the starters. Logan Gilbert going for Seattle. He's made one career start versus the Orioles. It was a great game for him. Mariners won that game 13-1. In that ball game, he allowed 1 run over 7 innings. He gave up just 2 hits. And when you look at Gilbert's career, he's actually been at the best in this month of July. He's 8-1 in 15 starts this month. And he's at home tonight. And when you also take a look at his stats, you see a huge difference between his home and road strikeout to walk ratio. When he's at home in 50 career starts, he has a 6.06 strikeout to walk ratio. But on the road, completely different story. It falls all the way down to 3.51 in 55 starts. And the key difference is that he's a lot more wild on the road than he is at home. He allows 6.6% of batters to get on board through bases on balls on the road, but at home that goes down to 4.1%. So that's the difference with Gilbert. Much better pitcher at home in terms of his control. And we've talked about this all season. I know you love taking the unders, and Seattle home games are also terrific. Straight up at home this year, they're 28-15. Compared to 19-25 on the road. So I'm going to take Seattle minus $1.35.
Yeah, you know where I'm going there in that Mariners Orioles game.
I know, but it's 7. It was 7 runs, and I was just like,
Can even be 5.
But I figured you'd be on the under.
Yeah, that's that. Always on, almost always here on the under there, because it really comes down to this Mariners hitting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had a nice win last night, but I also expect the Mariners to bounce back off that 2-hit game. So that this wasn't exactly the perfect spot, I thought, to take the under. But I understand where you're going.
Yeah, and of course we see Creamer in there instead of Burns, who was originally listed. That was late. Might have been changed overnight, I believe.
Overnight, yeah.
Yeah. That was a change. Burns going tomorrow, in case you didn't happen to miss that. Big Al here on the Mariners. Favorite new $1.34 tonight against the O's. All right, Big Al. Let's take a look over at PickDamp for tonight's action. Of course.
Are we doing a drive-through on July 4th? What's your schedule?
No, July 4th. Give me off.
Okay. Well, have a happy holiday then. Since I won't see you tomorrow.
Big Al.
But,
all right, Big Al having a great 2024. You see over 2,400 units of profit. All talking over at Pick Dogs Premium. What do you have going on with the site?
Oh, I've got one baseball play today, Tony. Looking to say red hot, 55-32 or last 87. I have nothing in the WNBA today or tomorrow. I have handicapped Canadian football. I'm going to have 4 plays in the CFL, a mixture of sides and totals. This week, so hopefully I'll get those loaded tonight, and I'll probably be back in action in the WNBA on July 5th.
All right, guys, get on board Big Al McMordie over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great results are from Big Al. You see it over 2,400 units of profit for 2024, and of course, no better time to get on board with that long-term pass. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 20% off, and of course, 15% off. And of course, Big Al, you also have your all-access plan for those big bettors.
Yeah, folks can get down 1 to 10,000 a game, then they would qualify for the All Access Club. And one of the nice benefits of the All Access Club is that the games are rated from 10 stars down through 1 star, so you know which ones are the strongest. We also give out additional plays that don't go to the regular clients, and then you can ask me about any game of your choice. It's all access. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can get in touch with me at 10 p.m. at night. And if you're interested, just text the words Big Al to 702-769-0404. Once again, the number is 702-769-0404.
There you go. Get on board. If it's within your betting range or your price range, get on board with that all access. All right, Big Al, have yourself a great 4th, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Okay. Thanks, Tony. Good luck as always.
You as well. Big on McMordie here on the drive through. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Again, at the pick of the day, chat pick of the day is Astros and Blue Jays. Like the Astros, letter A, B for the Blue Jays, C over, D under. That's chat pick of the day. And right now, we've got a couple right now on the Astros, singles here on the Blue Jays. So keep these picks coming in tonight here on the chat pick of the day. All right, let's continue here on the drive through. Up next, we're going to bring in Matt Fargo. You can catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. We'll bring Matt in ready to roll with more baseball coverage here today on this Wednesday. Matt, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. How are we doing?
I'm doing great. All right, here we go. We're going to go
Awesome.
over to this one here, this Brewers Rockies game. There's a lot of close calls in this one, but interesting series here. The Brewers favorite $1.66 on the road. We've seen the total now up to 12.
Yeah, we're going to take a shot with Colorado here. Milwaukee stole one last night, down 3-2 in the ninth. And they got a sac fly and hit by pitch to steal a 4-3 win. So the Colorado bullpen came through again. They've been horrible this year. We're fully aware of that. But we're going to take a shot with Colorado. The Milwaukee splits have been pretty extreme this year. They're 27-13 at home and just 2 games over 500 on the road. And with the Rockies, they're having another tough year. 8 games under 500 at home. But with them, they still have the hot bats. They can hit the ball pretty well here. And I like the pitching matchup, which is another pretty significant split with Kyle Rayap for the Brewers. He has a 3.61 ERA overall, but he's been at his best at home with a 2.83 ERA in 8 starts, 5 of which have been quality. But on the road, he has a 4.54 ERA with no quality starts and a pretty horrible 22-18 strikeout to walk ratio. And this is, I believe, his first start at Coors Field in a long time. I think the last time was maybe 16, so it's insignificant, whatever. But this is a place that no pitcher really wants to go to. It hasn't been as bad. I was obviously of late, but the altitude it pays a price, and pitchers know that. And I just think it's a mind thing sometimes for them. So go for Colorado. Dakota Hudson, who struggled here, but it's really only been 2 bad starts that he's had here. He's allowed 4 runs, or more than 4 runs, only twice in his 8 starts. And we're just hoping for a good start from him. Hopefully, Colorado get a lead off Rhea, and we don't have to worry too much about the Rockies bullpen, which obviously is a liability, but hopefully it doesn't come down to that. So we're going to take a shot with the big price of the Rockies tonight.
Yep, they were competitive. They've been competitive in the series. Reliever, the hit by pitch batter drives in the tie and run of the ninth. That's a rough one to take if you were on the Rockies. But again, this is the price where you want the Rockies. You're getting over plus 150. I think that's where you got to go against in most situations because, as you mentioned, weird things happen in Colorado. Let's just say that, right?
Weird things always happen in Colorado. Exactly right. Like I said, they're 8 games under 500, but they're really close to being even profit-wise. And it comes down to prices like this. If you want to grab Colorado at home plus 110, plus 120, I wouldn't recommend that. There's no value there. 150 and above, unless you're going against an elite pitcher, I think is a take every time for sure. Because like you said, anything can happen there.
Yeah, that's the way to roll. When you get to this price point with the Rockies, that's a play on all the time. All right, Matt here on the Rockies, plus the 153 tonight, 8:40 Eastern time. All right, Matt, let's take a look over at PickDamp for tonight's action. Of course, action on the board for Major League Baseball, big 15-game card. Also, action tonight from the W, single game. What do you have going over at PickDamp Premium?
I have a triple play going to baseball. It's first pitch in a little bit, so hop on that now. Trying to get the sweep after a rough night last night. 25-21 runs, so we're going to keep that going. We're going to have action all day tomorrow. A lot of games tomorrow during the day, so we'll get some action up early tomorrow morning. So hop on that. Get a long-term pass. Monthly pass, where do we have? July 3rd right now. That'll get us a monthly pass to get us to start preseason football. So use that PickDog promo 15, get 50% off, and let's all win some money together.
Absolutely, guys. Got aboard with Matt Fargo over at Pick Dogs Premium. No better time now to get on board with that long-term pass. 30 days of baseball, W action in there, and use that promo code, as Matt said, PICK, to save that 15% off. All right, Matt, as always, great having your show. Have a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Awesome. Thanks, Tony. Happy 4th. Cheers, everyone.
As well. Matt Fargo here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Keep an eye on that chat pick. You guys know what it is. Astros and Blue Jays. So get those picks coming in right now. It's Astros a 4-1 margin right now. We do have one to the under. So there we go. There, shout to Ricky Patel there. Thanks for the birthday wishes from Ricky Patel. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Up next, we're going to welcome in Wayne Scott. Of course, you know where to find Wayne right here, Pick Dogs Premium. Wayne, what's going on?
Everything's going solid with me, Tony T. I hope you're doing good out there today.
Everything's going great today, and of course, we're ready to roll here. Major League Baseball on tap. Red Sox and Marlins starting in about 10 minutes tonight. We got the Red Sox $1.24, total 7.5.
Yeah, and this Boston team has been road warriors, 25-16 on the road. They do good in the road favorite spot, but I just can't lay the juice with them here with Brian Bayo on the mound. Brian Bayo, 4.4 ERA in his last 5, 9.0 ERA in his last 3. He's been getting crushed in his away night splits. I think this line is short for a reason. Miami has not been good at home, so why are we getting plus 110, plus 115 in some spots with a Miami team who struggled at home? They've struggled at home on the season going 16-28, but in their last 10, they're actually 500. So you've been winning money if you've been taking Miami in their last 10, 3-2 in their last 5. They played pretty solid as of lately here. They split with the Phillies, gave them a tough series. Against the Royals, they stole a win, and against Seattle, they stole a win. I think this is a game where we see them steal a win against Boston with Bayo on the mound. They have Trevor Rogers up. They haven't really been backing him with the bats, but Trevor Rogers has been doing his thing. He's been limiting most teams to 2, 1, at worst 3 runs, and I think he can have a good outing against Boston. Boston has been hitting left-handed pitching decent on the season, but as far as their last 5, 167, and last 10, 239. So I think they struggle here against Trevor Rogers. I think Miami bats better with Bayo being on the mound in these splits. And bullpen-wise, Miami bullpen has been the stronger bullpen in the last 5 to 10 games, playing much better than the Red Sox. We're going to take our shot here and get some plus money with the Miami Marlins.
All right, we got Wayne going to take the plus here with the Miami Marlins here. You're going to look at about plus 12, plus 15 here. Get the best numbers. Interesting here when you look at this Marlins team this year, the one spot where you don't want to take them is against left-handers. At last check, I think they were like 3-20 against lefty starters. Yeah,
well, that'll be good for us because Bayo's a right-handed, but I didn't notice that trend, but I'll keep an eye on that. That's pretty terrible right there. So I'm glad Bayo is right-handed, and Bayo's been getting smashed by good teams, bad teams. He's walking a lot of guys. He's averaging about a home run per in his last 5. I think Miami can chip away at them and get a rare home win in this spot.
All right, we got Wayne here on the Marlins here with the plus price tonight, 6:40 Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at PickDamp for tonight's action. Of course, baseball on the board, 15-game card beginning in about 10 minutes. And you can see Wayne amongst the leaders in units this year in Major League Baseball over at Pick Dogs, 1,484 units of profit, single from the WNBA as well. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, trying to get back on the winning side. Not necessarily a terrible day yesterday. I got juiced out. 500 day for me. So 3 plays today. I have them all in the 3-pack. My best bet is in that 3-pack, so you can go ahead and grab that 3-pack. But if you don't want to grab that 3-pack, you can always get the 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. That'll get you all my plays immediately. That'll help you beat some of the line movements. Or as we have the handicapper special where you can pair me up 1, 2, 3 handicapper, combine those and pick and dabble at what picks make most sense to you. And we can help put some cash in your pocket.
That's right, get cash in your pocket with the Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great results from Wayne in baseball this year, 1,484 units of profits, document over at the site. So get on board with Wayne. His baseball packages go long term. You see the 30-day pass, that's the best value there. And use that promo code PICK to save that 15% off. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you on the show. To you that success. We'll catch up with you again next week. We're off tomorrow, 4th of July. Hope you enjoyed the 4th. So I think you told everybody you were grilling. I think you give everybody your getting your apron ready to roll and start grilling tomorrow.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be on that grill, cooking some shish kebabs. I'm trying to keep it healthy and I don't want to get too big back over here. But I got an extra pick for the fellas since we're not gonna be on tomorrow. Huge boxing card this weekend, mixed it with some MMA boxing in there as well. Foster Consequio, Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn David, Gerard Ennis next week, Katie Taylor the week after that, a huge boxing card. But the fight I want to speak on is Daniel Jacobs versus Shane Mosley. I like Daniel Jacobs at even money if you can get him out there. The veteran who's fought Canelo, he's fought some of the top fighters. Sugar Shane Mosley Jr. is the son of Sugar Shane. Not a bad fighter, but it's one of them things where his father holds the name up more than he has. He's just not as good of a fighter as his father. I think the veteran Daniel Jacobs gets the win. We're getting even money on him. So take an eye and take a look on that one. Daniel Jacobs beat Sugar Shane Money at even money.
There you go. Bonus boxing there from Wayne. All right, Wayne, have yourself a great night. We'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, Tony T, as always, appreciate you for having me. Good luck with all your bets out there, PickDamp family.
Got it. Wayne Scott here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here, guys. Keep an eye on that chat pick of the day. Astros and Blue Jays. Astros A, B for the Blue Jays. Get those picks in, and we'll calling them throughout the show. Right now, it's all Astros again. 5 on the Astros, single here on the Blue Jays. 1 to the over, 1 to the under. Chat pick of the day. All right, let's continue on the drive-thru. Up next, we got Joey Tron, right? We're ready to roll here with Joey. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, he'll let you know about his video series here on the site as well. It covers NASCAR here on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. So we'll go ahead and bring in Joey Tron, ready to roll. Joey, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. All right, here we go. Reds and Yankees heading back-to-back again here. Head-to-head, we see the Yankees favored $1.78, the total 8.5.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the over in this one. Carlos Rodon's on the hill for the Yankees, and there's no doubt he's been struggling recently. He's 0-3 his last 3 starts, and he's allowed 20 earned runs across 13 innings pitched in that span. His last home start, he went just 3.2 innings, and he's allowed 7 earned runs on 11 hits against the Braves in that game. Back end of June was rough for him, and honestly, as the weather starts to get warmer out in New York, I really don't see it getting much better for him. Andrew Abbott's on the hill for the Reds, and he's had a rough time keeping teams scoring no matter where he's pitched. And honestly, whether it's 2 or 3 runs, that's all I really need, especially out of him. He holds a 3.48 ERA on the road and a 1.12 WHIP. He's allowed 8 earned runs his last 3 starts. Yankees at home, they're doing pretty solid. They have a .417 slugging percentage, and they draw a lot of walks against left-handed pitchers. So I really like someone like Judge to get a 2-run, 3-run homer tonight. The over is 4-1 the last 5 head-to-head playing at Yankee Stadium. Give me the over tonight.
Over tonight, says Joey, in this one between the Yankees and the Reds going head-to-head here. And, of course, I don't know if you're looking at some of the advanced numbers. You're looking at a FIP here for Abbott of 5, where he's getting hurt is that home run rate, right? About 1.6 per 9.
Yeah, and especially in the Yankee Stadium, I don't know. There's something about that ballpark. This ball always just travels so much farther. Just something about it. It's like the Coors Field of the East Coast, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it does. It does. If you get it kind of into right field, you see it kind of swirling. The wind swirl it toward the pole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wind's blowing a little right to left today, so I'm kind of hoping we get a little bit of action, just hooking it right around the pole. So maybe we'll get lucky with a few homers.
We may get that situation there. All right, Joey here on Reds Yankees over 8.5. This one here will start tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, Joey, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Premium for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, 15 game cards. Still a couple minutes before game time here for the 6:40 games. And, of course, Joey having a great year in WNBA, single on the board. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, so I got no WNBA tonight, but I do have a 3-pack of my 3 favorite MLB plays. First game starts at, I think, 6:45, so if you want it, you got to get on that soon. But otherwise, the 2 other games start later, and if you use the code PICK, you get 15% off, so check it out.
Check it out, guys. Get on board with Joey Tron over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great results to see from Joey in the WNBA. Get on board with the long-term pass. That's the way to roll, Joey Tron. All right, Joey, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you next week. But, of course, you've got that video series over at Pick Dogs NASCAR.
Yeah, of course. I'm currently working on this week's video. It's the Chicago Street Race. I'm looking forward to it. I know on Monday I said it's not one of my favorite races, but the more I look at it, the more and more I'm enticed to put out some plays. So, again, I'm working on that video, and I'm hoping it drops either later or morning.
That's right, guys. Keep an eye on Joey Tron's drop here for the video for the NASCAR. You know, 4th of July weekend is big for NASCAR. All right, Joey. Have a great,
yeah, I'm ready.
Right? They don't do those riders do that where they run a 500 or that's another holiday I'm confusing that with, right?
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day,
They
right?
Memorial Day.
Yeah, that's
Because
right.
they do they have the Indy 500, the Coke 600, and then the morning is the Monaco GP for F1. So it's
What was
all day
the
Memorial Day weekend.
What was a Firecracker 500? I remember that.
Firecracker 500.
That's maybe.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure. That might have been before IndyCar, but I'm gonna look that up. You said
Yeah.
Firecracker 500.
I remember maybe as a kid, maybe this some time ago, there was a race called the Firecracker 500. Let me take a look here. Firecracker, and it always ran around 4th of July. Things change so much. The Firecracker 400. Let's see. I don't even see it. Maybe it was that. That was a long time ago. Oh, farewell to the Firecracker.
It's called
500.
it was a
Brick-
Firecracker 250, and it was the Coke 400. Now it's the Coke 600.
All right, wow, the Coke 600. Okay, there you go. That's what it is. So I always thought NASCAR always think of the Firecracker 500, but it's changed around. All right, because it's 4, they want to make it a 400, but that's how it rolls. All right, Joey, have a great night. We'll catch you next week.
Thanks, Tony. Happy 4th. Have a good one.
You as well. Joey Tron here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Keep an eye on that chat pick of the day. It's Astros and Blue Jays. Keep the picks coming in, guys. Right now, it looks like it's all Astros again. 5-1 on that. Single on the over and the under. All right, let's continue in here. It's now called the Coke 0400. That's right. Oh, why would they do that? Why would they take the Firecracker 400? It should be Firecracker 400 presented by Coke. That might be better. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Up next is our Rod Zawacky. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Rod in right now. Rod, what's happening? That Rod's on a frozen state. I saw him in the chat putting in some stuff in the chat. He actually put in the C, letter C, today for the over in that Jays team. Let's see, maybe he's going to check his connection here so we get him back in. He'll be looking at his Dodgers. There he is. He's back again. He's defrosting. I guess the snow is probably melting.
Exactly. The snow's still melting, and river's still running deep, and it's still pretty good. It's actually been raining here lots in Alberta, so rainy season's been a little bit extended. It's supposed to be next week sometime. We might see some temperatures creeping up close to 90, nowhere near the hundreds of Vegas that Tony Brown's been facing.
Oh, goodness. They said on Monday it should be the hottest day in the history of Las Vegas. That's what they're forecasting. We'll see if that comes through. That might happen. We'll see.
It probably will. He said he wasn't going to go outside. He's like, nope, not going outside.
Nope. They're not leaving. He's not. That's how it is in Vegas. Nobody wants to leave outside. It's brutal.
I can't even imagine being outside in the plus 100 heat.
Oh, yeah. Even when the sun comes down, it's still in the triple digits. That's how hot Vegas makes everything. Is that when the air's temperature still can't get under 100.
It's dry heat, though, right? It's not humid, at least.
No, it's
this
not
is
humid.
Dry heat, so that's bearable. Imagine that with the humidity. Ooh.
Yeah, we got 115 in Bakersfield today. Well, I don't know, man. That's where they grow a lot of produce. So that means produce prices are going to go up. Produce prices are going to go up now. They're going to mess up the crops out there in the Bakersfield.
That is, yeah. 150 is a little too hot for crops. They like some sun, but that seems like a little going to burn the outside.
Strawberries, all your that's
great.
where they grow them all. Your lettuce, all your vegetables that come out of there.
$10 for strawberries. Here it comes.
My goodness.
It's already bad enough. $18 watermelons up here.
Oh my God. I got mine.
Yeah,
for
$18 a watermelon.
$6.69 at Costco yesterday. I had to buy a watermelon. I got to take that to a party tomorrow, so I got it at $6.69. So it wasn't too bad. Used to be $5. I remember back in the day.
You got 3 for the price of my 1.
I know. Well, California, right? The short. It's right from Fresno, Bakersfield. They ship them in. Sometimes
it's not that far.
They sneak them through
Alberta's
Mexico.
Just right there.
That's right.
Come on.
I thought in your area that's where they grow them. Don't they grow crops out there? In open land?
Sometimes they grow watermelons, but it's like right there. Watermelon. Oh. I think BC got hit pretty hard with some hail and some storms already early this season, so not as much coming out of BC. Hopefully Ontario's a little better.
And we'll see there. Tonight we go out west here for the late night game between Dodgers and Diamondbacks. The Dodgers laying $1.91. We see the total 9.
Yeah, and you look at this one here. We're going to go with we're going to take the total here in this one. I still have no news on it looks like TBD still for Arizona, so I'm guessing we're going to probably get some sort of bullpen game here for Arizona going here in this one. And you look over the last 10 games, this Arizona pitching has definitely not been the greatest. They're giving up 277 batting average, on base percentage of 342, over the last 10, and that equates to a 6.16 ERA for the pitching staff of Arizona combined. So whoever gets a start there, definitely expecting at least 5-6 runs there. Especially over the last 10, they've been getting up. 5.72 is the ERA expected for any Arizona pitcher going. So whoever starts, I think we see 5. The Dodgers score. And then who's getting the start? Gavin Stone's getting the start. And he's been pitching good over his last 5. Give him credit. 5-0 with a 1.4 ERA over his last 5, and definitely looking good on the season. He did face this Diamondbacks team earlier this season, so be looking for a little bit of revenge. He only went 6 innings in that one. He gave up 8 hits, 4 earned runs, and a home run. So I think this Diamondbacks team, batting wise, can definitely get to him and get at least 3 or 4. I got this 5-5 like we normally see between these two teams. Lots of high scoring, seen double digits. I believe it's 3-1 the last 4 head-to-head this season of all. Got up and over this total. I think we see 10+. Give me the over in this one. Bullpens. Yeah, Arizona bullpen hasn't been the greatest as well either over the last 10. So definitely when it comes to late innings. Dodgers a little bit improved, but we know they can give up runs late as well. Take the over 9 in this one.
All right, Russ, let's go over now. Yeah, the Diamondbacks dealing with injuries. Jordan Montgomery hits the injured list. That's why we're seeing this change here. They're also dealing with injuries of Eduardo Rodriguez, Merrill Kelly. We know Gallen just came back, but boy, this Arizona starting rotation has been struggling. The word on the street, the word from the Arizona Diamondback beat writers are all leaning toward a 21-year-old who was drafted in 2019. Came over a trade from the White Sox, Christian Mena. Mena is expected to get the start tonight here for Arizona. That's what they're kind of leaning toward. He was in the Diamondbacks clubhouse on Tuesday, and if he's officially called up, it looks like he would be the starter. And Mena, this would be his major league debut. What a way to debut, right, against the Dodgers.
Oh, right, there you go, debut against the Dodgers, right?
That's right.
See?
Cruel,
there you go by the
cruel.
beat writers. That's why I knew it wasn't going to be good anyways, whoever was going to get the start. Looks like Gallen's going to get the start. I see scheduled for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I think he gets the start for the Diamondbacks. And this almost could be. It depends how well he does with his first start. You never know. We've seen some surprises. He might do well. But I think this Dodgers bats will be ready to go.
Yeah, he's Mena here in Reno this year. ERA 4.90, WHIP of 1.50, 80. He's given up 15 homers in 85 innings. So that's almost 2 home runs a day a game.
Okay, Dodgers can probably get over that on their own, especially if he's been pitching in Reno. Yikes. Nobody wants to pitch in Reno. That does not sound like a fun place to be.
Well, it's gambling.
Working in Reno.
Reno, it is a dead town, but they got casinos up there.
They do?
It's nice in the
I
winter.
know they got casinos up there.
It's nice in the winter.
It's nice in the winter.
If you like skiing and you like snow sports, it's pretty nice. Lake Tahoe and all that area up there.
Yeah, because Lake Tahoe's up that way, right? So, yeah it's...
but
that's probably why it is. He's just like, I can enjoy a little bit of quiet, no name over here in baseball. What do you mean I got to go face the Dodgers tonight?
Last year in AAA, an ERA near 6. And then he was a double A in ERA 4.5, and he was a double A in 2022 in ERA 6.5.
So we better take Ohtani to get a home run, and we'll also throw Teoscar Hernandez to get a home run. I think I've seen him at plus 460. He's been on fire. So there we go. 2 more. I'm going to take Ohtani in there as well. I think he can crush a home run.
Yep.
In this one as well.
He came. Where's he came from? Yeah, it looks. Doesn't look. It does not look promising.
How long is he going to go? 4 or 5 innings at best, and then you throw it to the bullpen, which is looking pretty scary for Arizona. Giving out, they got 5+ ERA over there last time.
He faced the Dodgers farm team, AAA team, on June 26th, and they hit him for 4 runs in 5 innings.
So they already got the word. The word has come up. This is what to expect. We got him for 4 already down the farm club. Let's get him tonight.
Yeah, the farm club got him for 4 on the June 26th. So now you're going to face the big club. Good luck. And he was pounded here.
Yeah.
He was pounded in his last 4 AAA starts. He's given up. I'm not going to even count whether to earn it. He's given up 16 runs total in about 21 2/3 innings. 16 runs in 21 2/3 innings. 5 homers.
Yeah, in junior, in junior, yeah, in
Triple-A.
AAA.
Yeah.
Okay. Not very good.
Actually, if you go back another start, he gave up 7 more 5 starts ago. So it gets worse as you go back farther. I mean, oh my goodness, it's been rough.
So
4
he's
runs.
improving then, is what you're saying. So
and
he
he's
went
going
from
about
5
5
to 4,
innings.
so-
He's going about 5 innings, giving up 4, 4, 3, 5, and 7 runs in those starts.
So he was on a nice track to be improving slowly, going in the right direction, and then it would just burst that bubble with a face against the Dodgers here a little bit too soon than what he wanted. But injuries have forced him up there.
Yeah, injuries have forced him. Yeah, Arizona's been hit hard with the injuries, and they're just they're going to throw Christian Mena in there. That's good luck, my friends. Good luck. All right, here.
Dodgers on the run line. Dodgers on the run line.
Dodgers run line. Alternate run line.
Yeah.
Anybody say alternate?
2.5. 2.5. Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah,
get 2.5.
alternates.
I like 2.5.
There you go,
Yeah,
Rod. Here
2.5.
on the over 9. All right, Rod. What's your thoughts on this WNBA game tonight?
My thoughts on this WNBA game tonight when we look at it?
Mercury
I think
Wings.
this is going to be a lopsided. I think I'm going to go with the favorite here on the road. I think they're just starting to put things together. And remember I said last week that you just never want to buy a Mercury on the road? Well, I think this is the spot you do. You take your Mercury up on the road and give it a little bit of cruising. I think they win by 7-8 in this one tonight. See, it's up to 5 now. See, everybody's... Yeah, I just don't see Dallas. This Wings team has not been good. Over the last few, they've struggled. I know they're at home and they're a 5-point dog. They're 4-15 on the year, 7-12 ATS. The Mercury's slowly turning things around in the right direction. I know only 2-6 straight up on the road, but here against we've split the season series. It's kind of funny the home team has not been winning these. Earlier it took overtime, 97-90. Kind of like an over two. I don't think both of these teams play a whole lot of defense. The Wings are 12th in defense, giving up 88 points a game. And on the other side of things, the Mercury, well, their defense isn't the greatest. 9th, giving up 84. So an over's not a bad play in this WNBA tonight either. And it's slowly rising. I think it's up to, I seen, to 171.5. Yeah, I think I like the over too. Track meet, no defense played by either team.
Yeah, Griner's still on personal. Personal is the questionable status there on Griner, so keep an eye there on Griner. I haven't seen anything officially as to why. I've heard some people talk about it. I didn't see anything reported about it, so I won't say much about it. But Griner, they're still questionable tonight. We'll see how that rolls.
I don't see her on the injury list for Phoenix at all. I see no injuries on their report.
Injuries? Okay. All right.
No, I think she plays tonight.
Okay. There you go.
I think for sure. I don't see it. I don't see her on the list. I think she's been removed. I think she plays.
All right.
Cruise that Mercury tonight.
Going to cruise it tonight. All right, Rod here. That was your bonus play tonight. Of course, he's going over at Diamondbacks and Dodgers. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at PickDamp for nice action. Baseball on the board. We're getting these 6:40 games started. About 12 on the board. The single from the W. You're doing great work last 7 days. What do you have going over at PickDamp Premium?
Yeah, tonight's baseball. I got my walk-off Wednesday, nice little 5-pack in tonight's MLB action. Love tonight's action. If you're just looking for that single play, my 10-star play of the day is up there. 17 and 11 the last 28 on it. So definitely jump aboard that. It's included in the walk-off Wednesday. So join me. Let's crush the books. Join me for the rest of the week. You know what's going on. We got lots of action coming up. We got more WNBA, more MLB, and CFL on the weekend. Went 3-1 last week. Looking to continue rolling with it. So we'll back Tony on Friday. We can go over the CFL for the weekend action.
That's right.
Right? Let me have a quick little look. Since we got nothing going tomorrow, I think they're probably one game tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, we start the CFL tomorrow with
Yep, there we go. I'll tell you. We're looking at Toronto and Saskatchewan. I would take the Argonauts in that one. Saskatchewan just put Harris on a 6-game injured reserve. So Saskatchewan will be running with the new quarterback this week, and they're going to struggle mightily with a new guy having to learn the system so fast. He has been the backup, but I don't have his name right off the hand. But I would take Toronto. It's slowly rising. I like Toronto. Don't let that 3-0 Saskatchewan number fool you. They've played some soft teams. They played the Alex, got to win there. They played Ottawa, got to win there. They beat Hamilton twice, too. And we know how good Hamilton's been this season. So I like Toronto in that one. Big. 7+.
There you go. Extra bonus there from Rod. All right, Rod, as always, let everybody know what's going on over Pick Dog Streaming. Of course, have yourself a great night, and we'll catch up with you again here on Steak Friday.
You as well, Tony. Pick Dogs fam, have yourself a wonderful July 4th. Be safe. Don't shoot off too many fireworks. Definitely don't.
Yeah, I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to see anybody any memes tomorrow. I don't want to see any memes.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to see any of that either. No, none of that. We don't want to see that. Definitely. I've seen some firework memes, and they haven't been good. So definitely be safe when you're setting off them fireworks.
Just remember,
as a kid,
someone's
we
filming
used to
this.
take Roman candles and play Roman candle tag. You ever play that?
Oh, never. Oh,
we used to light the end of Roman candles and have 10 of them, and we'd fire at each other running through the woods.
No.
If you got hit with one, you were out. So whoever survived the most. Oh,
wow.
The stuff you did when we were younger, when we played outside, right?
Yes,
In the 80s? Oh,
I know.
What do you mean you're not supposed to do that? Oops.
Goodness, I don't know what I would have done myself. They banned fireworks. They hear it about 80% of the cities. They ban them. Poor kids. Oh, we enjoyed it, but you can't. Your next generation can't. That's got to.
You can't. No. Well, that's because we played with them and shot them at each other.
No, that's right. That's right. We weren't really. We were safe and unsafe and insane. Is what we were.
And, well, yeah, because that's what it was. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
So safe and sane, we turned into unsafe and insane. So that doesn't work.
No. No.
All right, Ron, have a great night. Catch up later.
Have yourself a good one. Catch you guys on Friday.
Hey, guys. Rod Zawacky here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Chat pick. It's all Houston again. Let's get this one right. 7-1. Last chance to get those picks in. All right, let's continue here on the Drive Thru. Let's get to my pick, and then we'll roll it for the show. We hit this one yesterday with the over, but we're going to go to an under tonight. The Giants and Braves going under total here. I put 8. Let me see. This is the sharpest book in the world. Let me see if some of the square books are still at 8. I'm hoping. Let me take a look here. Where are we at here? No, everybody's moved to 7.5. I think. I see 1 8.5. I'm sorry, I see 1 8, not 8.5. I see 2 8s. Okay, I see enough 8s there from actually 2 big books there at 8, so you can get me on the 8 there. 8 here, Giants and Braves. And the Braves bullpen has been solid at home this year, 2.95, but their bats have been ice cold over the past 10 at $1.89. When you look at Atlanta, 27-10 in the under when they face team that averages just 4.2 runs per game or fewer. The Braves 46-27 to the under at home. And we'll go under. Chris Sale on the mound for the Braves with a whip of .92, an elite K rate of 32%. We'll go under 8 here, Giants and Braves. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs. We have a best bet on the board as well as a late night play for you there over at Pick Dogs. So get on board. Remember, you can get on board with my long-term pass, my 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. All my premium plays for that time. You select when you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off. All right, let's get to the recap. All right, we started off with Chris. Chris was on Padres Rangers over 9. Mitch was on the Rays -105. Big Guy McMordie Mariners -134. Rockies for Matt. Wayne on the Marlins at plus price. Joey goes over with the Reds Yankees. Rod likes Diamondbacks Dodgers over 9. I'll go under 8. Giants Braves. I like Rod's pick again over 9 like I had yesterday. Diamondbacks and Dodgers. Mena has been pounded in AAA. Look at his last five. Almost giving up a run in inning there. When you look at his last 5 starts in AAA, there it's been pretty rough for Mena, and of course you're dealing with that Diamondbacks bullpen. All right, we're going to close out the chat pick of the day. The chat pick tonight will be the Houston Astros by a wide margin, almost 7-1 there on that chat pick of the day. All right, let's get to the recap. You guys can go ahead and put in your show picks, and we will read them out for you here on the show. All right, we start here with Chris with Padres Rangers. We did that already. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Drive Thru. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat. Go to our place for in real time. Remember to always get started with that morning show. We're live here at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch, with Chris, with Jay. And also, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. First 5 show. Roundtable discussion with the professionals. Also, we've got Chris with his individual pick videos. WNBA rundown with both Chris and Jay. And of course, Wayne Scott with his boxing, Joy with his NASCAR, Big Out McMordie with his all access, Costi with his sharp trading plays against the public betting there with Dana Lane, contrarian sharp plays from Brian Bittler. And, of course, the short video series from Javon, Brad with his Nerfies, Kirk with his soccer with Goran, and Kirk coming in as well with his MLB totals. All right, that's going to do it here for the show. Let's take a look at the show picks today from the chat room today. Bo Dunn likes the Dodgers run line tonight. Blake likes Rays money line, Angels money line, and Astros money line. We've got Rich on the Reds and the Jays for the win. We've got, let's see who else we got. Bottle Rockets. Let's see what we got here, guys. This will be, all right, let me see what else we've got. Red Sox money line from Mike Ellison. Rise above anything like the Yankees, Reds over 8.5. Adrian, Rays, Padres, Reds, Diamondbacks. Big payout there from Adrian 88. Rays money line from Adrian 88 as well. This will be your last call. All right, we got through it, guys. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight. Well, wait, good night. You guys have a great night, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow here. I'm sorry, off tomorrow for 4th. Everybody have a great 4th of July. Don't show up on any memes. I don't want to see any 4th of July memes from anybody.